Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Max.
You know, I never thought that I would need to host a press conference demanding that a president cease interfering with mail deliveries. But here we are. President Trump has openly said that he is trying to sabotage the Postal Service. His appointees, leaders of the Postal Service, they've implemented policy changes to slow down deliveries. Heck, they've even gone so far as to eliminate sorting machines. In what world can you justify that? You absolutely can't. This is having real-world consequences. My constituents, especially seniors, they rely on the post office. Everything from Social Security to pension checks to medical drugs. It all comes through the post office. Already I have heard, my office has heard about unacceptable delays. And unless we act, this is going to be our new norm. For hundreds of years, postal workers have delivered the mail on time. No issues. The great patriots that they are. The union strong workers that they are. I'm not going to sit by while this administration guts an American institution. Not one that my constituents rely on. You know, months and months ago, we voted in the House to provide the Postal Service, the post office, with the resources that it needs. The Senate must act, and it must act today. Republicans who refuse to call this out, refuse to call this egregious act out, they do not deserve to hold office. It should not take political courage to say that the mail should be delivered on time. But alas, this is how broken our politics are today. Elected officials have an obligation to act when their constituents are harmed. But once again, when faced with the choice, when faced with the opportunity to serve, my opponent, Nicole Malliotakis, has gone deaf, blind, and mute. It turns out that the only consistent thing about Nicole is she is silent when her constituents need her most. It's this kind of cowardice that represents everything we hate about our politics. We need to put our country first. We need to put politics aside. We need to stop caring about polls and parties. Enough with the games. Enough with these stupid partisan politics. Plain and simple. In the 21st century, I want strong unions, I want a strong working class, and damn it, I want a strong postal service. God bless you, and God bless this great country. Today, we are going to bring up a few speakers. Folks who have, unfortunately, been significantly harmed by what's happening. First will be Jonathan from Sunnyside, whose father relies on the Postal Service for insulin. Jonathan?
Hello, my name is Jonathan Cross. I'm speaking on behalf of my father. I'm from Sunnyside, New York, Staten Island. My dad's a diabetic. That disease is very impactful on our lives, and especially the health of my father throughout this pandemic. My dad gets insulin through a mailing service or the United States Postal Service. I cannot begin to tell you the trouble the recent mailing delays have brought upon my family, and especially my dad. This medication that my dad cannot live without. We have no choice but to get that medication shipped for us to the United States Postal Service. When he needs insulin, he cannot just hope and pray that the mail gets delivered on time. My dad's life is being put at risk because of dirty politics. It is gross and it is wrong. My story is not unique, and issues going on across not just this island, but also this country. It must be fixed now. If a politician isn't focusing on this issue, then you do not care about the average American. Thank God we have a fighter like Max Rose, who's our member of Congress.
Can you spell your last name?
Kraus, K-R-A-U-S.
Next up will be Peter Killen from Shore Acres. He relies on the Postal Service for his medication deliveries.
Thank you, Max Rose. My name is Peter Killen. I live on Staten Island. I live in a lovely community called Staten Island, but it's also called Shore Acres in Staten Island. Yes, very, very important. I have a card here because I belong to the New York Parks Department Recreation Center, which on Staten Island is a sports complex. The sports complex has been closed since March because of the coronavirus. I also belong to the New York Public Library. The public library has been closed since March because of the coronavirus. I use the United States Post Office constantly. It has never been closed, and I don't think it ever will be as long as we have Max Rose to fight for us in Washington. I also am the president of the AARP chapter in Bay Ridge. We put out over 2,000 mailings a year to my members. All of those mailings go through the post office, and that is a lot of stamps. So I thank the post office because my people need the mailings to know when we're having our meetings and what's going on with AARP, etc. I'm also the president of the Staten Island Society of Model Railroaders, and my members get their newsletter every month, and that also goes through the United States Post Office. One other thing, I need medicines. I'm at that certain age where I can belong to AARP, but I get my medicines through the mail. And the post office, every 3 months, delivers my packages to me. So I am definitely dependent on the post office for the things that we do in the community and for the things that I need at home. And so I will say thank you, Max, for never being afraid to fight for us. You don't care about party. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad, but only a country, and it's what we need more of in D.C. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Peter Killen, K-I-L-L-E-N.
Next, we'd like to invite up Michaela from Tocqueville, whose father works for the Postal Service.
My name is Michaela Loeb, and I'm from Tocqueville. My father has been a loyal and hardworking postal employee for the last 21 years. His dedication to the job runs so deep that when I was 2 years old, my father went to deliver the mail on Christmas to ensure other families had a happy holiday. While it pains him to leave his young daughter on Christmas, we recall. My father is just one example of the many employees of the United States Postal Service who are dedicated to their job. Their dedication once again proven as they put their health at risk to keep our country afloat, delivering during the crisis. Through rain, sleet, snow, and now COVID-19, the United States Postal Service has always been there for us. While many Americans were forced to stay indoors, our postal workers have been working tirelessly to deliver us our essentials. Bearing Social Security checks, life-saving medication, and food, our postal workers have been there for our country in this brave time of need. The continued operation of the Postal Service did not only provide us with our essentials, but seeing the mailman deliver our bills, magazines, items of comfort provided us with a much-needed feeling of normalcy in a time of crisis. To leave mail undelivered at the end of the day, mail which contains vital things on which people's lives depend, is damaging to the American people. We've already seen delays in our mail, and continue to leave mail undelivered is unfair to the American people who depend on this indispensable service. our side, fighting with us against this disgusting political attack on the post office. Do not delay funding this fundamental public service.
Thank you. Nicole, thank you very much. All right, now we'll open it up to questions.
The president has said that he will consider aiding the post office if the Democrats need him with what he wants in a new stimulus bill. What is your reaction to that?
Mr. President, this is just fix the Postal Service. Stop with these games, okay? Just fix the post office. This isn't about partisanship. This isn't about saying, I'll do this for something else. This is about helping our veterans. Okay? The VA is pushing everything through the Postal Service. This is about helping our seniors. This is about helping people during a time of a pandemic when they have been told not to leave their homes. And this is about helping our union workers who have stuck their head down, risked their lives each and every step of the way. It wasn't long ago that we were telling post office workers that they're essential. Now, rather than telling them that they're essential, we're kicking them to the curb. Now,
Any other questions? All right,
anything else,
thanks
guys?
everybody.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody. I want to just give you.
I know, I love my hug.